let's go ahead and get started with our Power Hour class. I will do the demos first, then we'll warm up, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay, you know the drill, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 6 exercises, 3 rounds. We can talk a little bit more about this after class, but I've been feeling like maybe y'all are looking for something more cardio focused. So trying to keep these Power Hour classes a little zippier, keep the heart rate up, obviously doing strength stuff, doing core stuff, but want to do things that keep our heart rate up while we're at it. So you'll have to let me know if that's what you like with this class, or if you want us to go back to more what we were doing before, which was the even 1, 2, 3 splits. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'll stop talking. The first one we have is a burpee with a push-up to a double kick. As always, I'm going to show low impact options. So don't freak out by burpee. By burpee, we're going to go down, hop back, push up, hop up, and then this is our double kick. Kick, just for fun. So no hop in the air. We're doing a double kick. Low impact burpee. Go down on your hands, step back, push up on your toes or push up on your knees, and then just step up. And then kick. If getting up and down is too tough for you, just do a squat and then kick. So those are always ways that you can make any move that's high impact, low impact. No excuses. Next one we have is lunge hops. We're going to go half and half with this one. Lunge hops, we're going to be in a lunge. You're just going to hop that front foot forward. So pressing through the front of your leg like this. Hopping doesn't feel good. Low impact. We take out the hop. This is going to feel a little bit more strength-based. We pulse. So if you're not hopping, you're pulsing, no excuses. On the ground, we have a rotating plank to hip lift. So rotating plank, we're going to start on our hands, rotate up, feet are stacked as you can see. Hip lift, lift up nice and high, come down, and flip over to the other side. Lift up and squeeze and down. To make this more advanced, you can go down on your elbows, up, twist, and down. To make this more low impact, you can come down on your knees. Turn, lift up, and down. Always ways to make it harder or easier. Standing up. We have one standing up, then we're going to hit the mat again. We have a single leg bound. We're doing half and half. Single leg, we're going to jump to the corner. Here, hinge forward, back, down, hinge, back. Low impact, no hop. Always, y'all know where I'm going with this. Step instead, hinge, try and touch the ground, bring it back, bring it forward, hinge, and down. When we hinge, we're using the back side. Just be really careful when you do that you're still in control of your muscles. You're keeping your core really tight to protect your low back. On the ground, Superman, V up, Superman, roll it over. Boop. V up. Superman. And modification coming your way. Crunch. On your backs, a little bit more core to end the class. We have a single leg corkscrew. You want to put your hands underneath your booty, legs out. Corkscrew, just like this. Here's a nice fun view. opposite directions. To make it easier, your legs are higher in the air. You can also just do regular corkscrews, which are your legs together. All right, those are our 6 exercises. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up by jogging in place. So just jogging in place here. Feeling good. As always, I got no music, so make sure you all have some good jams going. All right, let's do some jumping jacks. Five, 3, 2, 1. Hands up, feet shoulder width apart, overhead squats. Down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hands up, feet out. Windmill stretch. Opposite hand, opposite toe. Shift your hips back. Warming up the upper body. Warming up your backside, your hamstrings, your calves, your hips. Three, 2, and 1. Woo, good, shake it out. Let's do a couple arm circles. Forward, 3, 4, 5, reverse it, back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, shake it out. That's your warm up. Grab some water if you need it. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our workout. Ten seconds we start. Burpee with the push-up to a double kick, kick. Remember your options for low impact. We start in 2, 1, begin. Down, push up, kick, kick. Reminder, you can always go on your knees, but still make it cardio-based by hopping. You can make it low impact. Go on your knees, step up, then kick, kick. Or you can take out the push-up altogether, do a squat, kick, kick. Obviously getting a little bit more low body if you do that route. But I know sometimes up and down does not feel good. Make it count. And done. Great job. Lunge hops are next. I'll tell you when to switch. Modify with pulses if you're not hopping. Let's begin. Hop up. Maintain that strong lunge. See how both sides, both legs, knees are bent. Woo! If you're not hopping, you're pulsing. 2, 1, switch it up. Both knees are bending. Press through your toe. Keep your chest up. 10 seconds left. Great job. Final 3, 2, 1. Woo! Do that in the booty. All right, on the ground, rotating plank to hip lift. On your elbows, make it harder. On your knees, makes it a little easier. Let's begin. Rotate, lift, and squeeze. Final 3, 2, 1. Step it up. Single leg bound is next. Hop into the corner or step into the corner. Get a little hinge in there. Tummy's tight, protect your back. Jump forward, down. All on one side. When we hinge, our chest comes down towards our knees. All on one side, I'm telling you when to switch. Let's switch it up, other side. Reminder, you can step. Make sure that you're still hinging. Ten seconds. 5. And done. Shake it out. All right, on the ground. Superman. Roll to a V up or to a crunch. 5 seconds, we start. And begin. Superman, bring it down. Roll it over. V up. Halfway through. Reminder, you can always crunch your upper body and up, bring your legs up. Exhale as you turn over, try and use your core on that. And done. All right, on your backs. If you're not there already, single leg corkscrews as our final move. Round out our core. Hands underneath the booty. Let's begin. The bigger your circles, the lower you go. Tougher it's gonna be. The higher and the smaller, the easier it's gonna be. Really feel like your hips are popping out of place with this one. Then shorten how big your circles are. Great job, everyone. This one is so tough. You have 15 seconds left. Ten seconds left. Keep your belly sucked in. And done. Woo! Big stretch overhead. Grab some water if you need it. We have a minute of rest in between rounds before we hit number 2. And it's Orange Wednesday, can't forget. "30 seconds, everyone. All right, get ready. 10 seconds, we begin again. That minute goes quick. 3, 2, 1. Burpee to double kick. Coming down. Get that push up in. Get some strength in. Whatever way you got to do it, even if that's on your knees, just make sure your form's good. Part of that push up is not only upper body strength, but core strength. Hold yourself up just like you're in a plank. 15 seconds left. 5 seconds. And done. Great job. Lunge hops or lunge pulses is our next move. 3 seconds. Both legs are bent. And begin, I'll tell you when to switch. Hopping off the front of the toe. Both knees are bent. Make it count. Sink into that leading leg. Bend the knee. Press out strong. 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Woo! 10 seconds left. Stay strong. Chest high. Final 5. Woo! And done. Nice, everyone. Hit the mat, rotating plank. With the hip lift. Let's begin. Rotate open, lift high. Come back down, and then flip. Really squeeze as you lift your hip up. Halfway through. Final 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1. Great job. Stand it up. Single leg bound is next. We start in 5. Remember, if you're not bounding, you're stepping. Let's begin. So step forward, hinge down, step it back. We're all on one side. I'll tell you when to switch. Even if you're still stepping, you can still make it zippy. Switch sides. Want to keep our heart rate up. Five seconds left. And done. All right, on the ground for our last 2 exercises of this round. Superman to V up or Superman to crunch in 3, 2, 1. Superman, we raise everything down. Exhale, twist. Try and use your core to initiate that turn. Use your breath to help you. Every time you exert, so you lift up, you exhale. "15 seconds left. Down to 10. Final 3, 2, 1. On your back, so if you're not there already, final exercise of this round, single leg corkscrews. 3 seconds. Hands underneath your backside. And single legs. Going in opposite directions. Something we did last time that I will definitely do this time is tell you to switch. So we'll just go the opposite way. All right, switch it up. Reverse direction. Remember, the higher you are, the easier it's going to be. A little less impact and protects your low back. So if you have low back issues, legs up higher is going to be for you. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. A minute off, everyone, and then we have one more round. Nice little twist. Grab some water if you need it. Hope everyone's doing well. Thanks, Barb. Little thumbs up. "30 seconds left. Final round. We're gonna crush it. We're gonna be done, ready to get on with our day. 15 seconds. Burpee with the push-up, double kick in 10. Final round starts in 3, 2, 1. We're already halfway through. "15 seconds left. Final 10. And done. Woo. Lunge hops are modified with lunge pulses. 20 seconds each side. We start in 3, 2, 1. Both knees are bent. Lean into your leading leg, your forward leg, as you hop back down. Bounce off your ball of the foot to the toe. Keep your chest high. A cardio, a little strength. Switch it up. Be intentional about the movements. Both knees are bent. Sink into the leading leg. Final 3, 2, 1. Wow, great job. On the ground, rotating leg to hip lift. 5 seconds. Let's begin. Lift up high, squeeze. Come back down to neutral, and then rotate over. Lots of rotating, lots of core, lots of single leg today. Just doing all of it. Squeezing your obliques. Ten seconds. And done. Woo! Single leg bound or a single leg step, half and half. So our next move, we start in 5. Let's begin. Bound, come down all on the same side. Switch it up. Ten seconds. Final 5. And done. Last 2 exercises on the mat. Down on your bellies. Superman. Straight into a V-up. Let's begin. Exhale, lift and down. Exhale, turn, use your core. Exhale, V-up. Try and get nice and high when you do that Superman. Try and get high when you do the V-up. Over halfway through. Five seconds. Great job. One more left, the single leg corkscrews. 3 seconds. Let's begin. Tell you when to switch directions. A reminder, hands underneath your backside to help glue your low back into the mat. Okay, then raise up your head a little bit. Drop it really low. Just make sure you're doing circles going in opposite ways. Speaking of, switch direction. If your head, neck, and shoulder are lifted, look down towards your belly button. Keep a nice C shape in your spine. Point the toes. Stay strong for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man, great job everyone. Stay where you're at. Let's do our cool down right now. Nice and long. Doing a nice little hip stretch. Cross your ankle over your knee. You can hold it here if that feels good. Otherwise, option to have your hands behind your thighs and lift up. You can rock side to side even if that feels good. You lift up your head, neck, and shoulders, you can get a little bit more stretch in. Hands down to the side in this figure 4 position. We're gonna come over to a spine twist. Big, big stretch for the hip. I'm sure you can feel this. And also a little bit of our low back or spine. Look in the opposite direction that you're twisting. Exhale back to center and switch it out. Ankle over knee, hold it here. That's what you did last time. Or lift up your foot, hand back behind your hamstrings. Again, you can rock side to side if that feels good. Great job. Arms out to the side. Windmill your leg while they're still crossed over. Look to the opposite hand that your legs are twisting. Exhale back to center. Shake out your legs nice and long, arms back overhead. Inhale, and then exhale, roll up, reach for your feet. And down. Let's do a nice little spine twist. Switch the opposite direction. Nice little release for the back. And up. We didn't do a ton of arms today, but let's do a nice little shoulder stretch. Cross one arm over, pat yourself on the back. I know we always do this, but man, it feels good. Front of the shoulders here. Switch it up. Cross your arm over, pat yourself on the back. Your elbow should be coming into your wrist. Actively press your wrist into your elbow, elbow into your wrist. Get a little bit more stretch in here. And down. shake it out, and thanks for joining me today. That was Power Hour. Like always, I had fun, and I hope you had fun too.